Hey babes, welcome to Stoned and Horny, the podcast all about exploring and expanding your knowledge in sex and cannabis with experts and friends. We're your hosts, Merrrica and Hayley Herms, and today we're talking about recycling and cannabis packaging effects on the environment and porn. Yes! We love porn. Well, some of y'all didn't, but we'll talk about that later.
Wait, so we took a poll on Instagram earlier, and some of them didn't like porn?
Well, they liked porn, but they had some controversial opinions about significant others watching porn.
Oh.
Do you want to start with porn, or should we end with porn? I don't know.
Let's just get into it. We usually
into the
start
porn?
with cannabis.
Yeah, okay.
But I feel like since it's the two of us, you may notice we don't have a guest today.
It's okay.
Let's just talk about porn.
Porn, yes! Okay, porn. So,
first of all, Hayley,
yes.
do you watch porn?
Oh my God, yes.
What
I love porn.
category do you go to when you're perusing the Pornhub?
Okay. I have like a few go-to. Okay, honestly.
Okay.
I've been lately into porn where guys are like masturbating in their cars and they like call like girls up to the window and to like watch them. I don't know. It's
Wait, so
hot.
some sort of like
It's called
peeping
cock
Tom
flashing
kind of stuff. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I saw it. I was like browsing, as you do, and I saw it. I watched it, and I was like, oh, that's like really hot. And then like I went back to go find it, and I was like, what? Like, would this? So then I was like,
what are the
masturbating
keywords?
in car, literally. So then I found out the keyword to find that type of porn is cock flashing.
Cock flashing.
Yes.
Okay, let's say you are in the grocery store parking lot and you're walking by the cars and all of a sudden you see some guy kind of like doing something in his car and you notice that his dick is out.
Okay,
what would you do?
I probably like in real life like wouldn't go up to the car.
What if he was hot?
And he looked non-threatening?
Like it was a non-sketchy
But also,
situation.
like, can it not be okay, sorry.
And what, okay, in
I
your
just wanted-
videos that you're watching, what time of day is this happening?
Daytime.
Daytime. That's
So
ballsy.
in theory, we have to know that this is not legal. So I'm going to assume these are like just like really good acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless these guys are really just like cock flashing. But I think if you were to do that in real life, you'd want to pick somewhere strategic and not somewhere like kids are going to be. You know what I mean?
I agree. Like that would be all sorts of illegal and bad. Like you don't want to traumatize the kids.
Exactly. Don't bring the kids into it.
Mm-mm.
But so that's like something really, really new as of like this last month.
I've literally never heard about that, and I feel like I've been watching porn for over a decade.
Right. Well, now they're the kids these days. They're
so creative.
They're so creative. But like, okay, so that, and then I'm just gonna say it because we talked about it with Miles, like, because my fantasy, like, I love a good like BBC gangbang. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know, I like a good lesbian porn.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I'll watch like threesomes, anal. You don't like watching anal?
I don't know about threesomes. Oh, anal? No. Oh my God. I don't really care for anal. It doesn't really get me going.
We have a whole episode about anal later, so.
Wait, so do you like, you like anal porn?
Yeah, I'll watch it every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Kim K.
Is that what Kim K watches?
No, in her porn.
She has anal.
She's doing a lot of anal.
Oh, wow.
And I
had no idea.
Yeah, she's taking it like a champ. So,
but you told us your anal story last episode.
Oh my!
Was that the only time you've had anal?
No.
Okay.
Woo! When I was like 17, again, I was like dating this guy that was like 25, like way more experienced than me, and
first of all, that's illegal.
Well, in some states, depending how close it is to 18, it's not. But let's put it this way: it started very illegal. And skip forward to today, talking to other women, I think he's definitely a predator, but that's a whole other story. Woo! Sorry, I just like got like a flashback and was like, oh my God, thrown back. But yes, so illegal. But he had a smaller.
I feel like anal is so much easier when you have less to work with.
Yeah. And so like I don't want to like dick shame him, but he had a smaller wiener. And so like once
It was tolerable.
Yeah, it was tolerable. But I will say, honestly, I like when there's like maybe like a finger in the butt when you're getting fingered. And I've recently got into butt plugs, like small occasionally, but I feel like when you have a butt plug in, you come faster.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It was like, oh my God, this is a whole new world. I felt like Jasmine in Aladdin. But like, okay, so any other porn that you specifically like to like your go-tos?
No, just what I mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I don't watch porn. Like if I'm single, I feel like porn is good to watch while you're like, to get you in the mood, you know?
Yeah.
And then since I'm dating someone right now, we're like always horny for each other. So we don't even have time to pick something. Sometimes when you're picking something to watch, it takes forever. You know?
I don't think I've ever watched porn with a significant other.
What?
Ever.
Wow.
Dead ass.
Doesn't it just like get you super turned on when you're watching it?
Well, I've never tried it, but I'm down to try it. I don't know. See, I might be one of those controversial people.
I do feel like sometimes if you're with the person, not the right person, maybe like if you're watching porn together, he might get too turned on by the porn and it might feel like he's not paying attention to you and just watching the porn.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? What did the listeners say?
Okay. Let's bring the listeners into it, and we're going to go question. We asked them 5 questions, so here we go. We'll give our hot take, and then we'll bring the listeners in.
Okay.
We asked the listeners, do you like to watch porn? Why or why not? So we just discussed that. So, woo! We have lots of answers here, and they're like scrolling.
Wow.
So I'll just read a few of them. So one woman said yes, not often, but nothing wrong with pleasuring yourself and your partner while watching. Another girl said yes to give me new. A lot of people said they watch porn out of like a ton of these said to get new ideas. So she's like, it's been 14 years. I've been married. Someone said I need something when my partner isn't putting out, which I thought was kind of like, meh, like.
I feel like if your partner isn't putting out, you guys have to have a conversation to get on the same level because one of your needs is not being met.
Yes.
And you shouldn't just use porn as an escape. Maybe you could be like, hey, babe, we should watch this together. Maybe spice things up in the bedroom. But also, I can see how one person can get jealous if they're not in the mood. What if they're going through something tough in their life?
Exactly. That's what I thought. So to me, I think maybe it was just the way this person phrased it that was just kind of like, to me. And so I just thought, I was like, what if that person's going through a hard time?
Like literally, if I was going through a hard time and I just wasn't horny for like several weeks or months and my partner was jerking off, watching porn every night, I'd feel a little left out.
I guess I'd be understanding about it, but if there was unless there was no communication about
exactly.
it. And so I feel like this came off negative, so it felt like there was no communication about it. But we won't tweet her on that. Another girl said you always know what's trending in porn with that type of stuff, or you'll always know what's trending in porn with what type of shit your hookups are trying to pull. So she's trying to say that usually when they
get their ideas from what type of porn they're watching currently.
That's a very interesting point. Yes, you got to know what's on trend with the masses, and I love visual stimulation. Another lady said yes to help me at ease. Another said because my ideas continue to spice up my relationship with my boyfriend. Another spice up sex life. Girlfriend and I became close. It's the closest me and my girlfriend will get to participating in a foursome. I thought that was
okay.
That was funny.
So yeah, it puts you in a spot where you never thought you could be. Like,
yeah,
that's good. They're using it together as a tool to spice things up. I love it.
Yes. So yeah, I masturbate more without it. Sometimes it helps me get in the mood quicker. Okay. Someone said no. It sets unrealistic expectations and damages relationships.
That can be so true. Like these guys in porn, there's a lot of pressure on men and women who do porn to look good. You have to have like a certain look to you.
Well, that's one of our questions about diversity and in racial diversity.
What was the next question? That
okay,
you asked?
So we'll get to that in 1 second. Sorry, if you guys don't know or haven't spoken to me, I have ADHD, so we try to go in order in this house.
And we are reading the comments from our Instagram at Stoned and Horny Podcast. So if you want to join the conversation, make sure you're following us.
Yes, join the conversation. So then that brought us to our next question, which was, do you mind if your partner watches porn? And we got some controversial answers. One person said no, in fact, we watch it together. One said it's totally normal. Another girl said yes, he should be watching the private videos I send him. He doesn't need anyone else.
If you're sending your partner private sexy videos, I think that's good. Like
I get it. So here's the thing. I want to say something kind of controversial.
Okay, spill it.
Because up until not like recently, but like I in my life have been in more long-term relationships. Mm-hmm. And although I don't expect my partner to not watch porn, it does, sometimes I will say the human in me does get a little jealous because I wish like I could always be around to satisfy needs. But I know that's not realistic and I'm not always going to be around to satisfy like a human sexual desire and need. So I will say I would be lying if I didn't say I was a little jealous. But it is natural, but I definitely don't think I would say, like, you can only exclusively
jerk off to photos of me.
Yeah, because also...
you have an imagination, too, so...
Well, that's the thing is I don't send nudes. I've only ever sent nudes to one man in my life, and it was only because he's famous, and he sent me, other stuff back. Okay. And so it's kind of like...
You had collateral, so you didn't...
It's collateral! Mm-hmm. Literally, if I'm going to be honest, if he wasn't famous and he wasn't known for what he was known for, it would ruin his career if he, publicly outed a woman. And so, that was the only time I ever did it my whole life growing up. I know nudes were such a huge thing growing up in our generation.
These days, everyone and their mom sends nudes. Fucking naked. Yeah. Everyone's naked. Their genitals are online.
Growing up, our generation was so... You would get slut shamed so easily if you got caught with a nude, even though everyone was doing it. And so I would always be like, I can't send you nudes. I'm going to be famous, which was true. But but you know what I mean? I was very ingrained and slut shamed. So I would say maybe if our culture wasn't so slut shamey growing up, maybe...
You'd be more open to sending nudes.
Yeah, so maybe one day,
So do you feel like watching porn is cheating?
No.
I feel like it could be to an extent if you're losing time that you could spend with your partner because you're sitting at home watching porn the whole day. Like if it becomes an obsessive problem.
Like a sex addiction. Like
literally
a porn
an
addiction.
Addictive problem where it's cutting off people and time and your work. Mm-hmm. Then that is
so that was one of our questions. We'll go back to the other thing, but I'll skip forward to that. Do you think watching porn in a relationship is cheating? And a majority of people said no, but we did get a couple people that did say yes, and they didn't explain. They just said yes. One person said, as long as your partner is not hiding it from you, and sometimes it helps you to understand what they're into sexually. I think that's a great point. So it's like what you said. Another person said, if hidden, yes. If lied about, yes. If relied on, yes. All about balance. Can't get addicted to a fake.
So here's the thing, though. You know how OnlyFans is huge these days?
Yes. And
they're literally...
This is a great
They
point.
are literally getting access to speak to their favorite creators on a personal basis.
Actually, Merrrica, you're kind of involved in this a little bit.
Oh my God, what did I do now? Bitch, tell me.
At Merrrica's birthday party, I'm not going to get super into details.
So last year,
at Merrrica's birthday party, a guy hit on me. and it got really inappropriate.
And he has a wife.
He had a wife.
Okay.
But I didn't know that.
Okay.
It got really inappropriate. I wasn't interested regardless. And
I think I know who this is, but continue.
Yes. I think I told you about it later. But regardless, so I didn't even know at the time, but I still wasn't interested, told him I wasn't interested, whatever. The very next day, he subscribed to my OnlyFans. And the only way I remembered it was him was because I remembered his name. Mm-hmm. And then, but then he just outed himself on the private messages and was like, hey, it's so-and-so, which I thought was like, it's one thing if like, okay, I turned you down, but you still want to see content, whatever. But it's another thing to keep, like, you just keep persisting on someone that's already turned you down, whatever. But then I found his Instagram and saw that he had just celebrated his 2-year anniversary. And I go to my OnlyFans and he's like, let's go out on a date. I really want to take you on a date.
That is so inappropriate.
So inappropriate. And I literally just replied and was like, I don't think your wife would like that. And I've never heard from that man again.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
So I think that's a great actual point. So like, let's say like you have a significant other. You pull up their phone, you see they're on OnlyFans and they're buying the creator's work and they're just like, would you get mad if they were just like, oh, like, great work today, Michelle, or like something like that? Or we're just talking about like if they're just like, oh, Michelle, like, what's your fantasy?
I feel like if I know
jealous.
that my man was purchasing content from a creator, I'd be pissed. Okay, that's not like, it's like,
I want to make it a little more complicated though.
Okay.
Because we are creators.
Yes.
Here's my thing is like, oh God, I'm going to sound.
I just don't want my man to be on there.
Well, I think the thing
is that mean?
No. But this is what I was about to be like, here's a loophole because I'm thinking about it even more now. I remember in my last relationship that there was a creator that my ex had followed, and it wasn't like anything like crazy. It wasn't like messages or he just followed her, but we had a mutual friend in common. So I was upset that he followed her because to me, this is someone that I could realistically like bump into at a party, be friends with, know, work with, and it just made me upset. So I think it'd be another thing if I was just like not like in a mean way, but like an average person. But I think maybe I feel a little more threatened when it's someone I could possibly know or work with in real life, just because that is my profession specifically. So maybe I would get upset if the creator or creators that he was subscribing to or watching were people that
he has access to,
that he might bump into it like with me or something. But we're not together anymore. I'm single as fuck. But like but yeah, I guess that's something else that I'm thinking about right now because
it's so complicated these days.
Okay, so then we'll go back to our other questions we asked too. We said, do you wish there was more racial diversity in porn? And then I had so many great answers for this. The whole industry needs a makeover, but so do the people that make it and produce it, which I agree, which is a lot of the reason why OnlyFans is here.
I love that OnlyFans is a thing though. It gives so many people like more creativity, and you know that the person who's making the content is doing it consensually. They're not being taken advantage of.
Yes.
Because the porn industry takes advantage of these girls. Like you might only get paid like $500 for a scene, whereas on OnlyFans the limit is there is no limit.
Well, there is a limit because there are celebrities that abuse their OnlyFans, aka Bella Thorne.
But if you have a big following, you can get paid out for what the effort you put in.
Well, people can tip you multiple times now, but it's unfortunate that there are other celebrities that are abusing sites like OnlyFans for sex workers, where this is the only
their only means
place
of income too.
Yes, also for safety. Some people said they never really thought about it. One lady said yes, especially Pornhub. One person said, I think there is, just not mainstream. Ethnic actors don't get big budgets. And I think that's a great point to make. There is a type, just type it in. But I thought that was a good answer because We also sorry, I'm going to make a point here. Okay. We also asked, would you like to see more body diversity additionally into
like different shapes and sizes?
Yes. And a lot of people said, yes, not everyone looks like the classic porn star or these thick girls, you know, the BBL girl types. Yes, some people said you can find any shape and size you're looking for, but a couple women made great points.
What'd they say?
They want to see all shapes and sizes, but not in a fetishized way. So it's kind of like, I get it. We type in categories, we do this, we do that. But I think it's really important to notice that there's a difference between appreciating someone's body and work and not fetishizing them. Like immediately, I'm not going to lie, because obviously this show is mainly aimed towards women, and we want this to be a safe place for all women of races, all different women of different races, backgrounds, body types, and things like that. But there are men that commented in here that did fetishize you as an Asian woman, that did fetishize me as a big woman, and made comments about being BBW and Asian and this and that. And I thought that was great that a couple women made points that they want to see different body types and different races, just not in a fetishized way. Mm-hmm. And I loved that. Like, cheers to you guys. So not fetishized, but appreciated. Another said that it's diverse, but it's fake. It needs to be more real rather than inhuman, and more of how rather than what, which I thought that was a great thing. Was, you know, we're humans too, no matter what shape, size, or race we are. Mm-hmm. So it'd be great. But like a bunch of men, a bunch of women, everyone said yes. No one said no in terms of body diversity. And
so they're saying porn needs more body diversity. Okay, yes.
Porn needs way more body diversity. Everyone here was like a yes man of like, yes. Mm-hmm. And then for racial diversity, most people said yes. One person said they never thought about it. And there was just those few people that were more fetish-sizey about the racial thing, in terms of like, it's there, but it's fetishy.
Yes.
So I thought that was really great points. And like that one listener said, there needs to be more than just the classic porn star. So someone that, you know, we have like thick type of the like, when we had Miles in on episode 3, he made a really good point about how sex workers these days think that they need to have the standard BBL body. But I think there was a great point that I also made that on TikTok, though, because, you know, also there's a bunch of censorship, but also, you know, when you can work around the censorship, we're seeing more like plus size strippers and really skinny, like thinner OnlyFans people with like little booties matter too, which I think is great. Whether you're
That's
thin.
The beauty of OnlyFans, though, because you can be any shape or size and have people support you.
Yes.
Like on a personal level.
Yes. Without being fetishized or like seen as a kink. So then our next question was, have you ever used porn to help heal your relationship? And this was probably our least answered question, because I don't think people ever consider porn to be a helpful tool. If you grew up really religious, like I grew up with a really Catholic background, and it wasn't something like, you know, porn and sex was seen like really dirty.
You guys were taught to do abstinence.
Yes. And so I think I think there's like, they always say like Catholic girls are like always like the dirtiest, because like, you know what I mean?
Because they've been sheltered for so long and they're just extra horny.
Yeah. So I feel like there's just a lot, if you grew up really religious or in a religious school, that could be really shameful, as why people they don't think to use it as a healing and helpful tool.
Yeah, I feel like you could learn things from there, or if your partner is not giving you what you need, you could find a video and send it to them and be like, this is how I want you to fuck me. Something like that.
So that's what people said, was like, one girl said, yes, it helped me learn how to suck dick. Mm-hmm. And everyone, that's not, that one's like, it's one thing where if you're like, ask your friend, hey, can you help me become like a better kisser or something? But it's kind of different. You can't be like, hey, can you help me how to like learn how to suck dick? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no, I asked you and you were like, it's about that neck motion.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, damn.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can give you tips, but I couldn't like show you like I couldn't literally be like,
yeah, you literally have to watch porn to see the whole motion of the ocean.
yeah. So I agree. A lot of people said all the time, healthy's porn. Yes, but it also affected one of my relationships, which another person said, yes, it hurt one relationship, but it's healthy for my current one.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was jealous of the porn and called it cheating.
It just depends on the people and the type of relationship you have. I'm not telling everyone, go watch porn with your partner. It's going to make things better.
But I think it can get kind of possessive.
Yeah. I can see
if your partner
both
is
sides.
healthy watching porn or supporting their creators in a healthy manner, then I feel like if you're jealous, you kind of just got to be like tough tits.
And there's those couples where they buy OnlyFans content together and watch it together because they think that person is hot. They just want to support them. They want to see them getting banged. And they do it together. And I love that.
I like that.
That's cute.
I've never done
amazing.
it, but I'm open to doing that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Other people said, yes, we watched it together. No, but it's always cool to explore. We asked if you mind if your significant other watches porn. And a lot of people said they do it together, but that they think it sets unrealistic goals, but that it's still fun. Has porn ever been a problem?
For me?
In one of your relationships?
Not that I know of. No, not to me, no.
Okay. Me either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's never caused a problem.
If you are one of those people that porn's caused a problem in your relationship,
DM us. We want to know.
We want to hear about it. What was it like and how did you get through it?
Yes.
Because I think if it's a big problem and again, you're doing it in a healthy way, that might just be a reflection of your partner being possessive, which could be borderline abusive. So I think
there's boundaries. You got to be clear with each other. If it bothers you, tell them.
Yeah. We watch it together many ways in positions for both of us to see, but not dependent on all of it. It's just like a kink.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because when you're having sex and there's a movie, you're watching a movie and you just start hooking up. Do you find it hard to have an orgasm if the movie is too loud or it's sometimes I can't focus.
I think it can be a distraction.
But if it's porn in the background and I hear someone moaning and stuff, I feel like that would make it easier for me to make it to the finish line,
I think I have ADHD, so no matter what, it's going to be a little
set
distracting.
The mood. Describe this. Paint this picture to me. Okay. If you're having sex, what is the do you have to turn on specific song? Or what puts you in the mood? Lights on or off?
I don't really care. I don't know. Maybe I feel like, okay, maybe I'm just a really horny individual. There's kind of during that time of the month, there's always a period where I feel no horniness. And then right after, I'm so fucking horny.
Wait, so when you're on your period, you're not horny?
No, I'm horny. But then there's some period in a month.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably 4 days out of the month where I'm just not feeling sexual at all.
Okay.
In general, before and after my period, I'm so fucking horny.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one where I'm a week where I'm oh, okay. I'm horny, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel I'm not one of those people that really needs to get in the, how do I say this? Don't just fuck me and not prep me up.
No
foreplay
is necessary.
Definitely. Get the foreplay going.
Foreplay.
But I don't think I need to be let's turn off the lights and because the only time I think had purposely a movie or something in the background was because I was fucking a guy that had like roommates or like their parent was home or something like that. You know what I mean? So like you don't,
I know, but like if you have a boyfriend and you're just watching TV at the end of the night and then the TV's on and then you just like start hooking up.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And sometimes I get so distracted.
I don't like it
and
if
all
I'm
I can hear is the TV while I'm riding and I'm just like, fuck, I can't stop thinking about the TV.
I think like I don't think that's my big problem, but I don't like if like someone's like looking at the like if you're like don't
if
like
it's distracting
yeah,
them
I don't
and they're just watching whatever you're watching.
Yeah,
and
turn
it's like,
it
hello.
off. Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah, so I would say in that case I would prefer there to be no TV on.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll turn some
sexy music
on the
like some
background.
R&B, you know. Or what do you listen to? Classical?
No.
Just kidding.
I fucking love you. No. I don't know. It depends on the mood. When I was a teen, I loved fucking to Tupac. I want some like come fuck me shit. Like, so I don't
something aggressive.
Yeah, I don't like R&B for me is a little too like solo tier, like emotional. Like I just like I can't. I just like fuck me sideways from Sunday. Do you use cannabis before, after, and or during sex? Why or why not? And surprisingly, a lot of people said they do all three. I've never smoked sex.
Like
had
smoking
sex
a
while I
blunt
smoked.
while you're getting eaten out.
No, I've never done that. But I have sucked a dick while the guy was smoking. Like I smoked and then he smoked while I was doing the work.
The only problem is, like, if you're sucking a dick and smoking weed, you might get a little cotton mouth.
Okay, but what if, like, I'm just going to get real. Like, what if you're getting eaten out, you smoke, you cough, and then, like, I don't know, like, what if you fart or something?
Then you fart in their face.
That would scare me. Okay,
well,
no.
Haven't you ever queefed in a man's face?
Not in the face. Definitely in doggy
you
style.
Know, yeah, is that normal? Like every time I'm put in doggy style or like in a certain
the air
angle,
is like,
yeah,
if they're going
like,
and they're fucking
fuck?
you really hard, there's so much air getting like in you. You just gotta like,
yeah. I'm like, excuse me, can I change positions for one moment?
But like I have like definitely squirted on a guy before.
I think they like that though.
Yes and no, kind of. Like if it's happened to a guy before, I think they like it because they're like, whoa, like they feel so proud, you know? But like one
they're
time
like, I did that.
Girl, just here we go. But then one time when I was with my ex and I did it for the first time with him and he had never like seen someone squirt, he was like so freaked out. But then like as the weeks went on, I could tell he was just like, we started having sex and it was like almost like he always wanted me to squirt again after that. It was like he sat and thought about it and was like, yeah, I did that. And so like he would constantly try to make me squirt again. So not the queef, but the squirt. Oh my God.
Anyway, so you wouldn't smoke weed during sex because you're afraid that you're going to cough and fart.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm fucking dead.
I'll be honest, but I will definitely, I want to smoke before.
But like also on the other hand, if you're riding a dick and you're coughing, that would like be a Kegel technically.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah.
I'll try smoking while riding
one
day, you know, when I'm not.
That hot neighbor of yours.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Okay, anyway, since we're talking about cannabis.
Can I ask a question? Okay, you guys, if you're listening to this, let me know. Would you have sex with someone that lives in your building, or would you be afraid? I'm gonna post that on our.
If I was single and they were hot and sexy, and I was,
but then what if things turn like bad and then you saw them all the time? You don't know when you're gonna move again. What if they stalk you?
Keep it casual. Keep it casual. No expectations.
What if you fall in love and then break up?
Time to move out, sister.
Oh my God, I'm not moving for Dick. Dick can move for me. But our viewers said before and after, yes, why not? All of the above. All three. Oh my God, yes. And then
Yeah, everyone would fuck their neighbor. Is that bottom line what you're telling me?
No, we're talking about if they would have sex before, after, during cannabis.
Oh,
or
I thought we were
sex.
talking about fucking neighbors still.
I'm like dyslexic today. And then
but you really got to smoke before sex because that is what gives your body that like euphoria feeling.
Someone said before it makes it the actual sex more intense and passionate. I feel like though, because of the type of sex that I have and because I'm a sub, I have to, like, I want to smoke before, but I have to smoke afterwards. When you come out of that sub space, you're like, whoa, like what just happened? I need to smoke. Am I wrong?
I like to smoke before because the feeling intensifies.
Okay.
And then I like to smoke after just because I like to be high.
Okay. We have to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
But
that's what she said.
The porn was just so juicy and so many of our viewers and listeners had so much to say. So we will definitely talk about cannabis and
the impacts that it has on our environment.
Yeah, because it's so important.
Episode.
And I feel like there's so much we could say about that. So I'm glad we're not going to rush that. Okay, so we'll talk about that next episode. And then I think we learned everything that the viewers basically said. Yes, they're having sex before, after, and during, which that kind of like surprised me. Like I said,
really,
yeah, almost like there was like 2 people that said before and after, but almost every single person said yes, they're doing it before, after, and during. I didn't think that was so common, but I guess that it is. Do you commonly smoke while you have sex?
Yeah. Like 9 out of 10 times.
Does your boyfriend smoke too?
Not as much as me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does he think it's sexy while you're having sex? No? Yes? Haven't tried it yet?
I don't think he cares. I think it's more for my own pleasure.
Okay. And that's nice that he cares about your pleasure.
Of course.
I mean, yes, but like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's my pleasure above his. That matters.
Always. I can't imagine having sex without cannabis anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like,
I mean, if it's like first thing in the morning, I'm not going to be like, hold on, let me take a bong rip before we get it in.
No,
it's just like, it's
true.
more spontaneous.
Yes.
But like anytime in the evening, you know, I just want to get a nice high going.
Yeah, I love that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So overall, I would say we're pro watching porn. We're pro watching porn with your significant other.
If someone has an addictive personality, I think it could become a problem. But overall, I do feel like it can help.
Okay. I would say yes. But I also, it makes me a little nervous. You know,
if my man was watching porn all day and it was causing trouble with his life, then that's
one time my ex told me that he specifically watched BBW porn to
beautiful women, if you don't know what that means.
Yes, and he's like, it makes me I think of you, and I thought that was kind of sweet.
If someone was like, oh, I've been watching Asian fetish porn all day and I've been thinking about you, Merrrica, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Ew, like
at least he was trying to think of me since he doesn't have porn of me.
Okay. I feel like that's different
because it's different because I would have sex tapes of us, but I wouldn't let him have them.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like people.
So you do record yourself having sex?
I just with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the ex?
My ex.
Okay.
Kind of miss him.
No, you don't. We're talking about your neighbor now.
No! All my friends are trying to get me to date, and I'm like, my one friend just told me that I'm going to end up an old maid if I don't get on a dating app soon.
Girl, you're not even old yet. Come on now. You got plenty of years left in you. Decades.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep watching my porn for now. Me and my cock
that
flashing.
Manual stimulation.
Yes! Do you think you could ever, like, have you ever had public sex?
I'm a fucking pansy when it comes to that. Like, okay, the other day, my man and I were in the gym parking lot. I was like sucking his dick in the parking lot, but I was too scared to go any further.
Was that your first time in public doing something like public
No,
related?
I mean like in the car. Like,
have you ever sucked a dick while they were driving?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
That's like fine though. You're in the privacy of your own car. But then like if
you're
parked
see in the car,
I mean if you're driving,
No, I've literally, while we were driving, was sucking a dick and people could see in the car.
See, I'm just too scared. Like, if we're driving on the freeway and people won't see us for more than half a second, that's
on
one
the
thing.
freeway, yeah.
But like,
I'm
if you're
scared to
parked
crash
in the
on
gym
freeway,
parking
though.
lot and it's a busy gym, you know, people are moving in and out, driving,
Yeah.
walking by your car. I'm too scared. I'm a fucking pussy.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
So no, I chickened out and I'm like, sorry, you have to have blue balls.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I had sex on a playground once.
I have too, but at like midnight when it was dark and nobody was around.
Broad daylight.
I'm too scared, girl. You got balls.
My dream is to like fuck in a translucent elevator. Like
Wow.
it's
so
like
you are
30
a person who loves public display.
Thrill seeking, like adventure.
To wrap this up, in the beginning we talked about, what was that porn called where the guy is masturbating in the car?
Cock flashing.
Cock flashing. So if you walk by a couple in a parking lot and this girl was sucking his dick, what would you say anything? Would you walk by? Would you watch? What would you do?
I'd probably just like look and keep watching. Like, what am I? I'm
like
not
walk
gonna join.
slow. Just walk slow while watching and then go about your day.
Well, I don't know. I feel like almost not that you should be embarrassed, but you might be a little embarrassed. Like you don't want them to see you looking. But also, I guess I wouldn't think of perspective as they might not want anyone to see them, but maybe they do. You know?
See,
I would look. I would look.
I'm
I wouldn't like
scared.
come up to the car and be like, but I would
Take a peep.
I
Like,
would
"Oh, what's going
I
on?"
would peep a little, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you?
I mean, sometimes you just can't look away.
If
You
a
know?
guy was oh God, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Ooh,
yeah, let
I'm
us
getting
know what
kinda
you
hot and
think.
bothered. Let us know what you think on the channel.
Yeah, and with that, I think
It's time to
for
wrap
us.
up, you
and
boys
that
and girls.
concludes today's episode of Stoned and Horny. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to today's episode. And if you want a chance to join in on the conversation, make sure you're following our socials. We are having video available on our YouTube channel. So if you are listening on Spotify, head over to our YouTube channel to see what you're missing out. And yeah, don't forget.
And we're almost, I want to mention one more thing.
Okay, go ahead. What?
We're almost at 1,000 listeners, so make sure that you're
We
sharing
are.
with your friends, with people you feel comfortable. We just want to spread sexual wellness and cannabis to everybody. And we've been getting messages. The girls are learning. The girls are learning.
Yeah.
So we know we're doing something right. But yes, share us with your friends, and I guess we'll see you all next hump day.
Yeah, my name is Merrrica, and this is Hayley, and we will see you on next week's episode.
Bye.
Bye.